Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to share with you my latest knitting project, this knit hat. I went to Ravelry the other day, their website, to find a special project for the yarn that I was going to be using, and it was for a special project. And I was able to find this free knitting pattern, and the name of this is called a Manly Toque. And the username of the person that provides the free pattern is Stash Lounge. And this is a free Ravelry download. And I really enjoyed working on this pattern, and I'm really pleased with the way that it turned out. So let me tell you about it, a little bit about this hat. I did use my US size 10 6mm knitting needles that I purchased the other day. And I'm not going to review those needles still today, but I did enjoy using the needles, and I did use 8-inch DPNs to shape the top of this hat. But what was unique about this hat that I've never done before, it was a knit 4, purl 4 ribbing. And when I saw the hat, I thought, wow, it looks so good in the picture. But then when I started knitting it, I thought, oh my goodness, is it going to look that good, you know, when I get through with it and with this yarn and everything? But I really am pleased with how it turned out. The knit 4, purl 4 ribbing turned out really nice. The shaping of the hat, I love the shaping. I love the gentle sloping of the hat. It doesn't come up into a sharp point, and also it's not squared off. So I was able to shape it all the way into this nice, smooth, round shape. So I really did like the shaping on it and the shape. And I'll tell you about the yarn I used. I did use that discounted yarn that I had bought at that thrift store the other day, that I shared in a video. It is the Plymouth Select Plymouth Yarn Chunky Merino Superwash Wool. And this is a fine merino wool. And it normally costs $14.50, but I got it in that yarn deal. It cost about $1 is what I paid. But this yarn worked up really nice. And it was the color number 20, lot 90156. And it does call for a US, a US 10 needle, and that would be 3.5 stitches per inch. And it was 100 grams, approximately 109 yards. And I'm not sure if you can see that good, but when I got through with this hat, let me show you how much yarn I had left. I had this much yarn left, this little string. So I really pushed it to the limit on this yarn, but everything worked out fine. But I really love this hat. And in the photo on the Ravelry page, they actually had it folded up like this. And I have not washed this hat. I have not blocked this hat yet. I'm showing it as is. I'm going to wash it before I mail it. And I'm going to tell you about the charity that I'm going to be sending it to. But the size worked out fine. It should be able to fit a number of, heads, because it is stretchable. And the size and the width of it and everything turned out just perfect. So if you want to try a good hat pattern, you might want to go check this hat pattern out. But let me tell you about the charity that I'm going to send it to. I'm going to be sending this hat to the charity or the mission called Hats for Sailors. And I discovered this charity the other day. It was actually a few weeks ago when I was looking around on the Handsome Fibers website before I even decided to order anything from them. But what their mission is they want to send hats to sailors who are deployed and who are away from their families. And so they, hold on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. But what their mission is they want to send hats to deployed sailors in the Navy and in the Coast Guard. And I know that some of my viewers don't live in the United States, but there may be a charity in your country where you're at that would do something similar to this. But they want to send these hats to sailors who are deployed as a morale booster. And this year, they started it, I think, in 2010. But this year, they are going to try to send out 6,000 hats. And so they request that knitters and crocheters who can help them, and they want the hats to be wool, and that is superwash wool. And I know everybody doesn't have superwash wool or doesn't use wool yarn, but this is one of the, most charities will accept, really like to get acrylic, but this is one charity that they want the hats to be worn because out there on the ships and in the ocean, it can be really cold, and they can wear these hats when they're off duty. And they want them to be where it would be easy for them to care for them, and they won't have to take a lot of special care in caring for them. And they're going to pass them out, I think, in December. But they want these hats to be in sometime in November. And I will put more information about this charity in the description box below. But even if you can't do this charity, maybe there's a charity in your community. I mean, even if I'm only going to send this one hat this year, because this is the yarn that I have available. And maybe you can't, send a lot or spend a lot or buy a lot of yarn and, to give away. But if there's just one thing you could do, that would make a difference in the life of one person, to encourage one person. It could be any charity. If you look around, there's all kinds. And I'll be sharing more charities in the future. But that's what I'm going to share with you today, the hat that I am sending to Hats for Sailors. But I thank you for watching my video. And if you want more information, just check the description box below. And thank you for coming back and watching my videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.